Hello! So for today's video, which I'm actually filming in advance for once, as there's a glare on my glasses, trying to avoid it. Anyways, this is going to be my first story to share with you for the first week of August. I need props to tell you. So I already have part of it. Now for the last part. Ba-da-da! Yeah, okay. So, here I am in my attire. Anyways, so I just wanted to tell about my last day at Dairy Queen, which was today. I'm actually going to take this off now, and this too. Anyways, so my last day at Dairy Queen wasn't too bad in my opinion. I mean, I went into work this morning. Things weren't too bad. But there's one thing that I never had quite figured out how to do. I always had to have someone else do it for me, and that was and I should mention I've been there since the end of May, so I was there June, July, and part of May. So that was to do phone orders, which I don't necessarily mean like call-in orders, because the way they did it at the Dairy Queen I work at, because they did take call-in orders here, they had like sheets, and they would handwrite the orders and make it, and then you would just put it into the register and put it in do not make, so they wouldn't make it again. So I'm not talking about actual phone orders, but we would have the Rotary Club come in every Tuesday, and they would order their food, and then at the end, the guy with the checkbook or whatever would come up with the with his check from the Rotary Club and pay for it all together. Well, we had to create the phone order and store it in the register in the memory, and then pull it up and add to it each time one of the Rotary people came up to order. Well, my coworker Alex and I today, we were debating, because we looked at the calendar and saw they were supposed to come in. We were debating how it was we were supposed to go about that, and we weren't sure. Well, we thought maybe all we did was just press a number and then press phone number to create it, but we weren't sure. We hadn't done it. So sure enough, the guy comes in for the Rotary Club, and he asked if anyone started it yet, and we said no. So I tried it. I pressed number 0 and pressed phone number, and bloop, it popped right up the way it was supposed to, and we got so excited. I mean, it was ridiculous, because it really wasn't that complicated, but we weren't sure how to do it, and we figured it out on our own. We didn't have to ask, and like each time someone came to order for the Rotary, a member of the Rotary Club, we had no problems pulling it up, and it seems like every time that someone always messed up, but we didn't have any problems today, so it was awesome. Last day, finally figured it out. Just my luck, of course. Anyways, and then we also had a fun time because my last day being the end of the month, they have new Blizzard of the Month coming out tomorrow, and they had us changing all the signs for it, and they had us sorry, there was also like some prices going up, and so we had to like take down all the signs and change out the numbers and everything, and oh goodness, they needed a new sign because it kept cracking and busting, and it was just ridiculous. They just need a new sign. But anyways, so we were changing out the numbers, and then Alex and I went outside to change it on the drive-through, and it was just crazy. it was so hot outside, and the metal on the sign was, oh man, my skin bumped up against it, and it burnt. And then we also realized that while we were there, that whoever had the headset on for the drive-through could hear whatever we were saying if they had it on. There wasn't any cars there, so that wasn't a problem. But if they turned it on, then they would be able to hear us. Well, we'd like changed one sign, and then we went in, and then we had to go back out to bring back in one of the other signs so we could change the prices on that one. And when we went out to get the sign, the coworker who had the headset on, Selena, she yelled "boo," but I didn't hear her yell "boo." And then right as we were about to walk off, she yelled "Amanda," and I was like, "What? We're coming in!" So it was just, maybe it's not as interesting to some people. Hopefully my other stories will be interesting to people. Maybe this one was interesting to you, I don't know. But it was just a funny last day. Yeah, anyways. One slight side story is that my hand, I don't know if you can quite see it. I don't think the light's very good. You can sort of see it there, that red spot. Right there. Yeah. About the size of my finger. A bit bigger. Anyways, I was trying to be a good daughter and a good neighbor and mowed the front lawn. And I haven't really done that much. At most, all I ever really did to help out with the grass and all was to weed eat along the edges. But I mowed the grass, and it had gotten super tall, and the grass was really spongy, and the lawnmower kept getting stuck in the grass, and I just have to fight it, and I never realized it, but apparently I formed a blister on my hand, and it like peeled off the skin, like it was still attached on one side, and I just like pushed it back down, like I used washed it off with water, used peroxide on it, and then put a band-aid over it to keep things from getting on it. And it looks like that top layer of skin that I pushed back down on it has like reattached itself. I don't know. Anyways, this is a bit of a long story, I suppose. I am known to get off on tangents, and hopefully my stories from now on aren't too long. Hopefully I can cut them down to be a bit shorter. So my apologies for this being so long. We'll work on it, but sometimes I just feel like details are necessary for a story, whether they aren't or not. Maybe not, but I feel they are. So I include them, and stories get long and drawn out. I shall work at it, okay? Bear with me. Anyways, until next time, take care. Bye.